Investors and traders, welcome to the channel. Market chart pattern today is 3rd of January 2025. Hope everyone is having a great day. So we'll be taking a quick look at the key markets today. We'll start by taking a look at the US dollar, and then I will move on to the US equity markets with a brief look at the global markets as well. So we'll just cover mainly the Europe. This is going to be a short and quick video, and then Sunday we'll do a deeper dive into the US equity markets. As always, this video is for educational purposes only. It is not a financial advice. So let's start by taking a look at the US dollar. So if you recall in yesterday's video, we were watching for this key pattern formation on the weekly basis as the US dollar moved right into this resistance level that we had been watching for quite some time. We were really our patterns really worked really well. We were able to catch the top, and then we were also able to catch the bottom right here because of our pattern recognition, and then we expected a rally. And then once the rally actually began to move above the 38.2% retracement, it became more of a case that whether it was going to go and test the top of the range. It did, and once it took out the 107 level, this is where we were thinking it's going to go, and it's right in that box now. And if we just go back and take a look at the daily chart, today we have seen some weakness coming in the US dollar, but still a little bit early. I would expect two kind of things can happen. Either we will have a rounding top like this, or we get into a day which is gonna be something of this nature. So we have like an exhaustion day, or we have when the market is really strong to the upside, but we get a strong down close, so something like this, and then the moves really starts to the downside, and then of course there are retracements. So just two of these possibilities, but it does look like the chances are we are going to get more of a rounded top formation, because this is what we have seen in this cycle right here and before that. So that's the kind of possibility which should have more probability for this one. Now let's go and take a look at the key markets. So we start by taking a look at the German DAX. The German DAX actually surprisingly had a negative close for the day today, after being up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So after hitting right this 50% level, symmetry there, closed negative. The US markets actually closed positive. We'll just take a look at those in a little while. And if we take a look at the FTSE 100, and I think it's the other one that I'm looking at, this one. Yeah, there we go. FTSE also had a negative close today, but you can see that this market has been really strong coming out of the 20th of December Friday lows. A little bit different to how the markets are trading in the United States, but again a really range bound market. Some profit taking, it appears, right here, because one of the things is that yesterday these markets, the foreign markets, the European markets, had closed positive, um, whereas selling came into the US markets in the afternoon session. So maybe because of that we see something like this. Now let's go and take a look at the S&P 500 cash. So here we go. This is what we were talking about yesterday, that what we have seen is actually, before we take a look at this, let's just take a look at the NYA, which is the New York Stock Exchange Composite Index, because yesterday right here, when the major averages, this is just the S&P 500, it got sold quite a bit, but this one was unchanged. And now we have a really nice up day, and this day also took the highs of this day, so that's a good sign. So what it's doing is actually increasing the odds that we might have seen, or this low of the Friday 20th of December is holding, and the longer it's gonna take, the more chances will be that it might be a very important low on the markets, might have put in a low and it begins to rise. We'll have to wait and see. Still a little bit early, but yesterday's price action, some of the major indices of markets were really hanging by the thread. Yes, of course, really bearish price action. So I think what we'll have to do is keep on watching this, and let's see where we get our 38.2% retracement right here. So once we begin to get above this, and on the daily basis also begin to close above the 20-day moving average, that will actually give us further confidence that we might have seen some sort of a low. But right now, our trading range behavior, the key thing is all these key support levels, and they have been held thus far in NYA and also in the other major indices such as S&P 500. So here we go. There we go. So 38.2% retracement. The move has been symmetric, and the Friday the 20th low has been held. Yesterday it did try to take it out a little bit, but not in the futures. But then the price rejected lower prices, and today we have seen a move higher, where the higher high is actually it took out the highs of the 2nd of Jan. So there we go. It's something really interesting to watch here. In the S&P 500 and on the ES mini futures, there we go. It's also holding the symmetry, the 38.2% retracement. And here, let me see if it took out the highs. Yep, it did. So that's also good. Even if it takes it out by one penny, and then the chances are it's gonna start a new trend higher. So this looks much better than what it was yesterday. And then if we just take a look at the NDX, also had a positive close. The NQs, yeah, there we go, also had a positive close, and took out the highs of yesterday, so that is good. Now the most important one is actually the Dow Jones Industrial, because this is the one which had been one of the really bearish ones. Other than also the NYA is really bearish as well. The patterns are quite similar right here. And look, look at the confluence of support which exists right here. So although yesterday the price did try to take out the lows of Friday the 20th of December, but actually had closed higher. So, and today we see an inside bar. So we should actually wait to see further price action, because yesterday what we discussed was whether we're going to see a follow through, meaning that we saw a negative close, whether we're going to see another negative close. The lows of yesterday taken out of the downside. We did not see that today, so that is something which is good news for the bulls. And then if we're going to get more bullish days, then I think the bears will begin to scratch their heads, and the likelihood that we might have put in a pretty good low will increase, right? So still a little bit early. We should actually wait for the momentum to improve as well. So we're watching the 20-day moving average for that. And now let's take a look at the Russell 2000, because yesterday the Russell 2000 had done something really interesting. S&P 500 was much weaker, the NASDAQ was weaker, but the Russell 2000 actually was on the closing basis pretty much unchanged. It was only down minus 0.04%, so that's really interesting. And today it's up 1.45%. I believe it has taken out the highs of yeah, it did go a little bit above the high of yesterday, which is good. And the key thing is it's holding these key ratios which are forming in a confluence manner right here pretty well. So again, something to be aware of. And finally, we'll take a look at the IWM cash, and cash has also held. So that's good. This is what we are watching. A really quick wrap up for the markets for the price section of 3rd of January 2025. Happy New Year once again. Thank you very much for watching my videos and my work. If you happen to like the way we look at the markets and our technical analysis using pattern recognition, Fibonacci retracements, then please do subscribe to the channel. And if you do, then hit that bell icon button. That way you will know when the new videos are posted, and you will not miss on anything. Thank you very much for watching the video. Good luck, good trading, and speak to you guys soon.